And hello and welcome to another video, guys. On today's video I'm not gonna be working on my truck, guys. As you can see, I have a box in front of me and I'm gonna be testing out a new welder that I got. This is by Sefaspe ARC 200 Pro. It's a stick welder and I really wanted to try stick welding for a long time. I have some sticks over here. I mean, this welder takes variety of different sticks, but this is just the one I just picked up. I figure it's gonna be kind of in a sweet spot. But let's open it up, let me show you guys, and I'll try to do some welding as well. I'll be honest, I already opened the box because I was too excited. I wanted to look at it when I got it, but let's take it out. Alright, so there's the welder. We have a manual over here, and right here we have the cables. We have a little hammer with a brush over here, but I feel like this is, you guys never gonna use it. I'm not really sure why they include this. I mean, it's okay to have it, but even though I'm not the professional welder, I kind of feel that this is pretty much a throwaway part, but it's alright. So right here are our cable for the stick and our ground cable. Now this clamp is maybe not the best there is, because it's just a stamped steel over here, but at least they include the copper in between. Unlike my cheap Harbor Freight welder that I've been using for quite a couple of years already, this clamp over here does not have anything, it's just stamped steel. So this is a much bigger improvement, and as you can see, it opens up a lot more, so you can grab on actually much bigger variety of surface. So that's pretty good. But if you want to, there is always an easy way to upgrade it. You can just unbolt this and change to the one you like, but I figure I just show this as well. This is a dual polarity. We have our positive and a negative over here. You can always switch them around. On the front we have our information screen with a multifunction dial over here. As you press, you can switch between the options. In the back we have our on and off button with a fan. Pretty simple. Over here we have our plug converter between 110 to 220 volts. That way you can plug in into 110 volts or 220, depending on what kind of setup you have. Right here we have our manual. So this is pretty nice to have for the beginner, maybe someone like me, but for somebody experienced, this might be not necessary, but it's always nice to have. Like I said, it takes a different variety of electrodes. This is the one I just picked up just to test it, do some small welding here and here, and this one is between 60 and 120 amp AC/DC voltage. So that's I figure it's gonna be kind of a sweet spot in the middle for me to try, but it takes a different variety of electrodes as well. Now, I've been working on my truck for quite some time. I've been welding, fabricating different stuff from skid plates, some additions and modifications to my rear bumper and stuff like that, and I've been using just a flex welding. But like I said, I always wanted to try a stick welding because it's more heavy duty and it's more it might be even a stronger weld. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a professional welder, but I really like welding. So there is some projects that are coming up that I want to do welding on my truck and some other stuff, but today I might just weld a couple of scrap pieces just to see and practice on my welding with this and practice my stick welding. Now also this clamp over here for the welding rods are pretty strong. The spring over there is pretty strong, so I feel like it's gonna have a good clamp, and this looks to be all copper or something there. Now these connectors over here, you just simply plug it in there and twist it and they lock in place just like that, and that's it. Now these cables, both of them, the ground and the second cable, are both 10 feet long. I feel that's pretty good because sometimes you don't want them to be too short. So these cables are much longer, and once again, just to compare to my Harbor Freight welder, they're about maybe 2 feet longer, so that's always a plus. So as you can see, this one's a little bit shorter. When I was welding with my Harbor Freight welder, I occasionally was running into the problem that I have a welder on one side, but I'm welding a skid plate or something. I have to move around, so I have to move the whole welder around. But in this case, it should be much better. I can just have a welder on one side, and because the cables are much longer, I can move around easier. So let's set it up and try to weld something. Now the only thing so far that I found that kind of concerns me, the power plug in the back, this all moves over here for some reason. Hopefully it's not gonna be an issue. I don't really want to take this apart to see what's inside. I might open it up later, maybe not, but I'm gonna actually try to find out if this is something wrong here or not. But let's power it up, and for now I'm just gonna try to weld this couple of scrap pieces just to practice my welding. Alright, so I just powered up, so let's try to adjust the settings. Not really too sure where to begin. The good thing about this welder is pretty smart, so it auto detects both voltage being plugged in. Right now I'm just connected to 110 volts, so if we press that, we can adjust our hot start from anywhere from 0 all the way to 10. I'm gonna leave it as a 5. I'm gonna leave that as well. Now arc, I'm pretty much gonna leave all the settings as it is, the way they're right now. I'm just gonna maybe try to adjust the amperage. I'm gonna leave it at 85 amps to try. For the stick I'm gonna try to adjust the amperage. I'm gonna start at 85 and I'll see if I need to do more or less. I'm just gonna try to weld these 2 scrap metals over here, see what I'm gonna make out of it with this rod, so let's see. It took me a minute, few tries to get it going, because the way I'm welding, I'm used to welding with flex welding, and I know the wire is just always gonna come and as soon as it makes contact, but with here you have to actually have a little bit of a space. But anyways, you probably already know that better than me. So, but this is the first look at my weld. As you can see guys, it's not the most prettiest weld yet. I'm still trying to figure this out, but I think it's welding pretty good. So let me practice with this more. Been interesting to see how deep it penetrates, but you can see that the heat goes all the way through the metal, and this is a 3/16. Let me play with this more. Alright guys, let's take a look what kind of buggery stuff I make over here. I definitely need to buy a better hammer. That's for one thing. And I really need to upgrade my helmet, because the one I have, for some reason, maybe I'm not using it right, or maybe I'm not used to it or something. It's really hard to see when I'm welding. It's really hard to see what's going on there. I can barely see my weld. I can see just around the weld part, but that's about it. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be anyway. As I said before, I'm not the best welder, especially now that I'm trying the stick for the first time. But even after a couple of attempts, I kind of started getting a hang of it, so it's welding pretty good. Of course, it's not looking pretty or anything, and I have a spiral flying all over I don't keep it consistent, the distance of the welding rod between the material and welding. I need to get better at that, but with time I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get better. So now I'm just gonna keep on practicing, gonna weld something else here, and yeah, but it's working pretty good. And I have it on the settings of 100 amps. I think it's alright, and I pretty much didn't change any settings. The only thing I have is still 100 amps, 5 with a 5% arc and stuff like that. So yeah, it's coming out pretty good, I think. So okay guys, so let's take a look. Okay, we're not gonna look at this part. Okay, this was not me, that's somebody else did it. That's not me welding. Oh my gosh. But anyways, over here I cleaned it up with a grinder wheel, and just a little bit of, just all it takes a bit of practice for me, but this looks pretty good. It's a little bit crooked, but that's the different story. But I really like how it's coming out so far. I really like how it's coming out. And it's 3/16, so it penetrates almost up to the half. Welding over here I had it at 85 amps, but I feel like I may need to use a different welding rod. This might be a little bit too thin for it, maybe, for this type of metal, because it's kind of thick, it's 3/16. So I might have to get like different rods, but just for now to practice and just to test it out and get the hang of it, I think this is coming out pretty good. Considering that I'm not a professional welder to begin with, but this is pretty good. But since this is first time me doing stick welding and still practicing, you guys are free to criticize me and leave you feedback. What should I do, what should I not do, and also maybe give me a better recommendation for some budget but better welding helmet. I don't know. But so far I'm pretty happy with this welder, pretty impressed with it. It's light, compact, dual voltage, smart dual voltage. It already knows what voltage been connected to it. It works pretty good, easy to use it. It's slightly more bigger learning curve with stick welding than the flex welding, but I feel like in the longer run I'll be able to weld much thicker metals, much more heavy duty, and a much stronger welds. So if you guys looking for some compact and easy to use with a screen welder, you might as well check this one out. So far it's been pretty good. So there you go, guys. This was my first attempt on welding with this 2-in-1 portable, very light but yet very capable Sefaspe welder. I'm gonna actually get different rods so I can try different thickness of metal as well. And I have few projects coming up, and there's always something to fabricate and weld for me or for my friends. So there is definitely going to be more videos including this welder up ahead, so definitely stay tuned for that, guys. But as of right now, I'm just probably gonna finish up over here. I'm gonna still continue welding more, practicing more, so hopefully next time when you guys see me welding with this welder, I'm gonna be much better than this. Okay, I'll try, I'll promise. But if you guys have any suggestions also regardless of anything, of welding technique or helmets or some hammers, please let me know. As always, on this note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.